Rumors are that allegedly Porsha is fighting to help Kenya keep her peach. What's going on? Well, I have some new information that may answer that question and more right after this. What's up, kinfolk, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, do me a favor and subscribe. And if you already are subscribed, do me a favor and get notified so you'll know whenever I upload new videos to the channel. All right, kinfolk, come on into the house. We have a lot to talk about. And it centers around rumors that allegedly Porsha is fighting behind the scenes to help Kenya keep her peach. What's going on? I have some new information that may answer all of those questions and more. And here it goes. Rumors are that allegedly behind the scenes, Real Housewives of Atlanta veterans are getting behind Kenya in order to help her save her peach, with Porsha taking the lead. The source said all of the OG and veteran housewives were shocked when Kenya was allegedly suspended for photoshopping adult content of Real Housewives of Atlanta newbie Brittany Eddy. Nothing has never been done like this, said the source to a housewife, especially while filming. The source continued, Kenya is an anchor housewife that is essential to the show's success. So it's no surprise that OG and veteran housewives came to Kenya's defense. Another source said, Porsha and Kenya are really working hard to build a genuine friendship. They both understand that the franchise is riding on their shoulders. It's a lot of pressure, but they can handle it together as a team, said the source, but not so much individually. Allegedly, immediately following Kenya's suspension announcement, Porsha called her assigned producer and said she couldn't do the show without Kenya. This is when the very early and small talks of letting Kenya go ended. Producers started to realize that they needed Kenya and her stunts, while distasteful wasn't enough for her to be dismissed and may actually add some type of value to the upcoming season. Now, kinfolk, this is some information that's coming out behind the big drama of Kenya allegedly photoshopping some adult content on housewife newbie Brittany Eddy's photos during the grand opening of her salon. Now, kinfolk, a lot of things have been said, and when I got this rumor that allegedly behind the scenes Porsha was working hard to help Kenya keep her peach, I just wasn't surprised. Now, there are a few things that led me to this realization of not really being surprised that Porsha would, allegedly come to Kenya's defense. And the first thing I want to talk about is this. When it comes to Porsha, her weight really carries with production and with the network, in my opinion. And in talking to a lot of sources, Porsha is just like some of the ladies, in particular, heavily on Married to Medicine, that the producers really do take their opinion into consideration. Much how Heavenly said that she couldn't do the show without Quad because Quad added a certain level of entertainment to the friend circle. My source is saying that's the same type of pitch that Porsha allegedly gave producers about Kenya. And you know what? When you look at it, rightfully so. Kenya and Porsha are the two most senior housewives of this season filming. And they understand the importance of having a good group dynamic. And also they understand that no one is really bigger than the group. And that the ladies work better when they're bouncing off of one another. And since Kenya is the only person who has the most experience with filming with Porsha, Kenya not being there would really do Porsha a big disservice while trying to film fun or dramatic scenes. Because they know how to bounce off one another and know how to make great reality TV. The newbies, while they can learn, this is not some on-the-job training that we have time, or at least Porsha has time to really do, because so much is riding on her shoulders and Kenya's shoulders in order to produce a good season. And the best way to do that is to go and team up with someone who is tried and true and tested and understands all the fundamental aspects that goes into making good reality TV. Now, kinfolk, the second part of this rumor piggybacks off of the first part, and it's this. Kenya and Porsha definitely need each other. I mean, they need each other like Bobby needs Whitney. And it's so evident because when you have a person like Porsha who can allegedly go to production, be like, and to say something to the effect of, I can't do this show without Kenya, it speaks volume. It speaks volumes because I think for Porsha, it really shows how much she has matured as a housewife. Before her, leaving the show to take out time to be a wife and a mom, Porsha was a person who really came off as if the housewife universe or the franchise revolved around her. And I think season 13 was a big wake-up call for her because the whole storyline, the whole season was pretty much Porsha's storyline. And that was one of the lowest rated seasons of the entire franchise. I think that's when Porsha learned something that I think Kenya knew, and something that Nene also knows as well. And that is that the show is not big, or it cannot center around one person, or one person not bigger than the group or the franchise. And I think that experience of having those low-rated seasons where her storyline was supposed to carry everything, really opened her eyes up to what is her fundamental role in the franchise and what she has to do and what she needs to do in order to keep her peach and keep herself as the appealing housewife as well to production. Now, kinfolk, the third thing about this rumor, it has to do with producers, and I think it's something that the producers or the production team is realizing right now after all this drama has unfolded, and it's been about a week now. The producers are learning something, and I think that we all pretty much knew this already, and it's this. Considering everything that's happened in the past to other franchises this past year and even this current year, especially when it comes to Real Housewives of Potomac, I think producers automatically know, or I take that back, they didn't automatically know, but now I think it's clear to them that their hands are tied when it comes to Kenya. And the simple reason that their hands are tied when it comes to Kenya is because all of the newbies, they don't really have anybody who can step in and fill Kenya's spot without going back to the drawing board and trying to bring in some, OG housewives or some veteran housewives. And we already know that roster is kind of short, with Candice out because of scheduling, with Cynthia coming back, and rumors are that she's out again because she just wasn't feeling the whole filming thing. And then also when it comes to Nene, it's a no, and when it comes to Phaedra, it's a no. And you left with Sheree, but production didn't want Sheree back because they felt like Sheree wasn't a good fit for this season. So production's hands are really tired when it comes to Kenya. You have Porsha, who is not really looking to be in any drama this season, according to my sources. And so it just leaves the show with a bunch of newbies who technically don't know what they are doing. And so with that being said, it kind of leaves productions with their hands tied behind their backs. Like, what do we do? Like, there are no viable options other than Porsha carrying the franchise and Shamil trying to help her, and Drew coming in and trying to, add a little spice here and there. It really does give full reboot vibes. And considering that filming has already started, that is something production probably does not have the time, the capacity, or the team to do a full reboot when you're almost in the middle of filming. Now, kinfolk, the last thing about this rumor, I think it has to do with Kenya, and I do think that it kind of vindicates Kenya in a certain way, and kind of has her coming out and looking a little better after the situation. And it's this. I feel like having Porsha and all the OG and veteran housewives come to Kenya's defense really shows that what she did probably wasn't as bad as the rumors are saying it was. It probably was something that was taken out of proportion and made bigger than what it really was. Because all these ladies have brands of their own, and all these ladies understand the importance of protecting their brand, especially from salacious drama and PR nightmares. And I don't think they would come to Kenya's defense if what Kenya did was very crazy or over the top and was actually revenge or adult content. So with that being known, and seeing all the ladies rallying around Kenya and coming to her live and showing her support, it leads me to believe that those ladies probably have seen bigger, worse stunts from other housewives over the years, and what Kenya has done or did allegedly just fails into comparison to that. And also, them publicly coming out against an investigation and showing support and coming out, somewhat strategically against a suspension of Kenya really shows they really feel strong about what they're saying and what they believe, and what Kenya did wasn't as bad. Because after all, they are going against their bosses, their producers, and they're trying to show the production team like, hey, what she did, while scandalous and maybe even a little distasteful, wasn't bad. It needs to be addressed, and we need to move on with filming and bring Kenya back. Now, with that being known, I really do feel like that kind of vindicates Kenya in a lot of ways. Because again, these ladies have brands. These ladies have brand deals and the sponsorships, and they can't afford to tie themselves and their partners and their business contacts up in drama, especially something on this level. So it is my honest belief that this type of support really does vindicate Kenya. Because if what they say Kenya did was that bad, then everyone would be running for the hills and running for the exits as soon as possible. But kinfolk, I want to know what you guys think. Now, if you are to believe this rumor that allegedly Porsha is fighting hard behind the scenes to help Kenya keep her peach, do you think it's the right move or do you think it's the bad move? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, kinfolk, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys over on the next one. Peace.